Hey guys, this is Sir Robert here, and I wanted to show you guys a Town Hall 7 attack by Adam, or Way Too Cool. Um, but more importantly is I wanted to show you guys some advanced thought process of base design and advanced thought process on dragon pathing. Now, so let's look at this space here. First we'll look from strictly an attack strategy, and then we'll look at it from a pathing strategy, which will help you guys in your base designs, certainly in Town Hall 7, but more importantly in Town Hall 8. So looking at this, if I'm going to attack this base, as you guys know, I look at the air defenses and which is more centrally located. This one is the most centrally located. There's more buildings to go through to get to this one versus this one. And what is in the way of these air defenses? In this particular case, you have coming in not much except this one elixir storage tank. On this side here, you have a dark elixir, an elixir, a clan castle possibly, and then the air defense coming pathing around that way. This way you have a gold which will hold you up a little bit, and then you'll come in. So I personally would attack this base. I'd use my 3 lightning spells on this air defense and come from this direction. It's the simplest. Um, Another thing I think about is I don't like to 99% 2-star A base. So these huts are an annoyance, but if in fact I'm going to attack from this direction here, when I start to create my funnel, I would start my funnel right there. I would put 1 dragon there, so I know on this side, not here, but on this side, so it's going to attack that hut and then come directly in and start my true funnel over here, because I don't want to have my dragons to come from here all the way through across the base, then come to have to deal with that hut, and then this hut. This may take too much time to path all the way around. So I want to clear this whole side out first. If there was a hut over here, which there's not, I would drop a dragon there as well. So a dragon there to help clean out that side. Wait a few seconds. Start over here with my funnel, and then as this dragon comes in, start with my funnel over here to come across this base. Now, and just again, an advanced thought process. When I start my funnels, I actually look at the hit points of the buildings, because originally I would always tell everyone just put 1 dragon here, 1 dragon there, 1 here, 1 just back and forth, and that just doesn't work. I'm not sure if you're seeing my mouse, but I'll click again. That's the hut I'm talking about over here. I hope you can see that, which is at 3 o'clock. But now I'm looking at from 6 o'clock across to 3 o'clock of these buildings that would be in my way coming in. But they're all different hit points. A camp has a different hit point than a mine. So I try to think about that and take it into account of how long it's going to take my dragon to clear out that building, because really what I want is the outer buildings to clear out first and then coming inward as we go along. But sometimes that doesn't really happen, because sometimes you'll have a high hit point building on the outside you need extra time for, or a higher hit point building in the middle or the sides. So you have to take that consideration that you may have to drop things someplace a little earlier, because it takes longer to take those buildings down. So let's talk about dragon pathing. Coming from the right side here, pathing in, again from, let's call it 430, coming across to that air defense. That elixir storage tank is directly in front of the air defense. While it's going to slow the dragons down, that's great. That's what I like. But it's also, in this case, pathing the dragons. All the dragons are going to come clumped up on that elixir storage. Everything else around it's going to come down, and then it's going to go directly to the air defense. So while it helps in one sense, it hurts in the other, because it slows dragons down, but you've created a path for the dragons. So I don't like that design. I think that's a design flaw. Now looking up at the top, at northwest, or 1030, coming down this direction, if you're going to attack, this is a little bit better, because here you have the dragons going to the dark elixir storage, then going to the elixir storage, then going to the clan castle, and then finally being able to make its way possibly to the air defense. So that's a much better design path um, than the other side. But looking at this side of it, we have a gold storage, but then the buildings in front of the air defense from this direction just aren't great. So if I was going to attack from the west, coming in from 9 o'clock over here, uh, this is the way I would attack. I wouldn't want to attack across here. I would attack through here from 9 o'clock till 3 o'clock because there's not much in the way of my air defense coming in that direction. And that would be a perfectly fine way to attack as well. Um, let's see how Adam does it. So Adam attacks from northwest. I would have attacked from the west if I wanted to attack this air defense, but that's perfectly fine. As expected, these dragons are now going to amass on this dark elixir tank and work their way down. And these dragons here, hopefully, are just going to path down this way directly towards the air defense. Um, he drops a dragon down south over there. The air defense is down. There's only one archer tower over there, or two archer towers. So just wants to speed the rate up a little bit, clean things up. I would have taken out that builder hut that's on the left-hand side as well. That one that's out to the west over here. Um, that just can be an annoyance and can slow things down. Or again, you can 99%, but let's see how this plays out. So the dragon's path, as expected, they come across those big high hit point buildings, and these on this side over here at the north are stuck on these hit point buildings. The one that are below it, coming from the west side, so to speak, those have a direct path at the air defense. So again, these are some pathing issues of how the design of the base is, and some little design flaws and things to think about when you're thinking about attacking these bases. Not as important for Town Hall 7 attacks, but when you start using dragons for Town Hall 8s, that becomes very important, and especially for design, base design. So this is the problem of leaving that hut on the left side, is that these dragons now have to make their way all the way across, and a lot of times that's the difference between a 99% 2-star attack and 100% 3-star attack.